Hello everyone, this is Karthik Vyas. I'm here to present my BTP project demo alongside Aditya Kumar, my BTP partner. This is the website for our BTP project. Let us switch to creators info. We're very thankful to our instructors, Dr. Romi Banerjee and Dr. Devarati Bhunya Chakrabarti, for providing us the constantly needed support, and without the help of which we would not be able to complete this project. Uh, this project is all about analyzing test-based examinations, and especially under the COVID situation, since more and more number of educational institutes are focusing on continuous evaluation, it would aid the instructors and would save their quality time. So basically, to analyze, let's say, n submissions by the students, we have built these four utilities. We have built these four utilities, namely real plagiarism, online plagiarism, semantic similarity, and entailment analysis. Let us switch to real plagiarism. So real plagiarism is basically the plagiarism that is to be penalized. Let us say that two friends are copying from each other, so they would be fall under this category, and they would have high percentage of plagiarism, which would be then identified, and then the students would be accordingly penalized. The scale would be from 0 to 100 on a percentage scale. Next is online plagiarism. Let us say that the students are copying from an internet source or perhaps basically any web source, and then there are cases of plagiarism from here on. So what we will be doing is basically scraping the data from web resources and then checking for plagiarism using the real plagiarism tool once we have scraped the data of the websites. And with the help of this, in the end what we would have is a list of websites and the percentage similarity, the percentage plagiarism of one student with the corresponding web resource. The other one is other utility is entailment analysis. For entailment analysis is basically considering whether two sentences or phrases or basically paragraphs uh, are entailing each other or contradicting each other, or they are neutral in nature. Let us consider an example that we are saying that some students are playing outside and there's an old man watching beside them. There's old man standing beside them and watching them. Another sentence be an old man outside is watching the students play. So basically both these sentences are entailing each other, they convey the same meaning and they can be derived from each other, thus they would fall in the contradiction category. The semantic similarity, this is also a very important tool, and let us say that the teacher has has put in an answer key. Now the students, which should be graded higher than the others, would have higher semantic similarity with that to the answer, uh, as they are trying to convey the same meaning. The context of the answering is same. Now let us quickly proceed towards some examples, and let we start with real plagiarism. So we have made these examples where this is taken from Wikipedia article regarding Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and this is just another phrase which is also taken as just as a part of the above text, so they should have logically very high percentages of plagiarism. Here we can see that if this is the uh, answer and this is was the actual source, then the percentage is 53, basically that from this 53% is matches with this if this is the source. And if we just reverse the rules, like if this, and we put this text over here, then we can see that the percentage changes to 95, as this is mostly copied from this. So this is working really well. Now next, let us shift to semantic similarity. Let's consider this example that a player is throwing the ball and a player is running with the ball. It would take around 1 minute's time, as there were a lot of models that are getting deployed. As we are using 13 features, we have focused more on the accuracy side here in this sense. So rightfully so, we can see that we got the result of 77.5 percentage, and this should also be there as the sentences are mostly similar. Let's just try out another example which should help us in getting a better insight. And predict. So we have got the results, and the result is really good. We have got 98% plagiarism, and if we read the sentences, the younger boys are playing uh, outdoors, and the man is smiling nearby. The kids are playing outside with the man with near a man with a smile. So these sentences are mostly similar, and we are getting a really high plagiarism, which is really good. And let us also check both these sentences for real plagiarism. So and here we can copy this, put it here. Although these convey the same meaning, but they should not fall too much under real plagiarism case, because they are clearly framed differently and are not cases of actually plagiarism. So they should rightfully so. We got in plagiarism percentage 25. So as we can see, the results that we got from real plagiarism semantic similarity were really good. Similarly, we can perform for online plagiarism and entanglement analysis. This is the React app. This is basically the Flask app, the Flask instance that we have built, which sends the front end, which is built in React. So once we initiate these functions, so to run the Python script at the background, the models in the background, we have used this Flask instance, and you can see that here the code is running, which is basically where the Flask instance calls the functions and the get requests and the post requests accordingly. And we have used three models for this: binary classification, regression model, and multi-class model. And we have used around 6 data sets to train and fully understand each aspect of this crucial project that we have built on. Thank you for your time. Thank you.